Hello everyone, welcome to my 10-foot by 10-foot grow chamber. So that's about 3 meters by 3 meters. This one has been up and running about 9 months now. I got it finished off in January of this year. So we're not even a year into the operation, and already I would say I'm pretty darn happy with it. So I'm going to be giving you a quick overview, explaining some of the processes I use to set this up, and showing you some of the plants that I have growing in the chamber. Most of them are relatively small seedlings before they get large enough to go to the main greenhouse. But come with me on a tour of my Highland chamber. Okay, so over here, we'll start in this corner. I set up a Mist King misting system a little while back, and right now that is coming on once a day for 3 minutes. I don't know how many nozzles I have, but it works pretty well to give everything just a nice mist, and then I come in every couple days to hand water it. A couple interesting things. We have a Jacquelinia truncata seedling. We have a couple nice seed-grown, horticulturally bred clipiotas. That's a nice something. Let's see. It looks like a Lowii Edwardsiana. And there's a couple Burbigia, Edwardsiana HR Geiger, Boschiana crossed with Mullis. These I'm pretty excited about. This is the Truncata Ephipiata crossed with Mullis. I have a couple bigger ones in the main greenhouse, but that one has some really nice color to it. And then a couple like dubias, jambans, Truncata Ephipiata crossed with Lowii. That was a cool one. These have been relatively slow growing, so I think I have a couple in the greenhouse, a little bigger than that, but not much. But then as we come on around, I do have a few Helianthera. I was checking how they grew in here. They grow fine, but I wouldn't say they grow any better than underneath the benches in my Highland greenhouse. But I just love these Pucella, like when they are just perfect. It's such a cool plant. So I'll probably keep a couple in here. The Saracenoides are looking good. Here's a nice Diabolica. And then this is the Singulana from Francois. A few more Helianthera, and mostly some smallish seedlings. Jamban. Here's one I'm pretty excited about. It's Palawanensis crossed with Edwardsiana. This one was bred by Eduardo in Mexico. And that's the biggest I've had it so far, but still relatively small. And then as we come on around, Velosa crossed with Veitchii King Cobra. So this is one I got pollen from Drew. I didn't have very many germinate, so these are the largest. I think I just repotted those. Another Clipiata, looks like a nice Edwardsiana Veitchii back there. I think that was actually one I made with a Dom a little while back. And here's a cool one. This is Velosa crossed with Rob Cantley. This one was bred by Yamada. And what else? Then we have a couple cool things from Dom, like the Veitchii D, Palawanensis crossed with Nebularum, and Northiana crossed with Nebularum, Palawanensis, Lowii truncata. So those are just about big enough that I'll bring them over to the main greenhouse soon. Then some more seedlings, one of the Darlingtonia orthellos, and Truncata Ephipiata mollusk, a little bit bigger one. Drosera ascendens. This one came from the Sundews, and it has just settled in and is looking amazing. And then Magnifica is actually coming along good finally. I think actually Ryan brought this to the open day, sold it to Dom, but then Dom gave it to me, so I felt honored. And that's, yeah, just potted it. It's looking good. And then I've just brought all my Cephalotus into here. Well, most of them. Just wasn't happy with how they were looking in the big greenhouse. Here, they definitely seem to be a little bit happier so far. I usually have these fans running, but I turned them off so I could get a little bit better sound. Diabolica here. Here's one of the Truncata Edwardsiana. I think Robin collaborated on that one. Here's a nice Aristoloides, Jacquelinia, Raja Jacquelinia that I made a while back. A few more jam bands. And then more very cool but smaller seedlings down underneath on all these benches. But yeah, so it's been really fun having this. And then here you can see some of the Cephalotus. So yeah, that one's actually, that's looking the best it's looked in quite a while. So they're enjoying it here. I don't mist the Cephalotus and have some nice circulation fans over there. And overall, yeah, looking really good. And as we come on around this side, we have like the Veitchii crossed with Leviathan. Here's a nice Veitchii burbigia crossed back with Veitchii burbigia. That one came from Ryan a while back. What else? Oh, here's a cool, it's a Diabolica hybrid. So it's Spath crossed with Hamada crossed with Diabolica from SoCal Exotics. And yeah, so a couple nice, a little bit larger Edwardsiana. Nice Clipiata. And here was a Raja from Yamada. I think Drew sent me that one a while back and coming along. And as we go, we got like the Diabolica cross with Mullis. Here's a beautiful one of the bright yellow clones of Velosa crossed with Veitchii from Borneo. Exotics. A couple nice Aristos. Nice Macrophylla that's coming along good. And yeah, so overall, pretty happy. I had man, I had this Cinnabaluensis that was giving me some grief in the main greenhouse. So as you can see, it had some nasty growth there. So I've hit it with some fungicide. And actually, this newest leaf looks like the best it's had in a while, which Cinnabaluensis is not one you like to lose. So pretty happy about that. And you can see a nice Velosa down under there, along with some cool Cephalotus. And another nice Velosa here. And let's see, there's a new picture on one of those. And then a couple, these were ones that Ryan brought to the open day a little over a year ago, and just got around to repotting those not too long ago, and they're settling in nice, like Pitapangii, Undulatifolia. Here's Hamada crossed with Edwardsiana. We got Veitchii lowii Edwardsiana. Ooh, and then a nice Velosa back there. So that one just opened up, and it's just a beautiful picture. So yeah, let's see. But more or less, for less than a year into it, I feel like I've learned a little bit, trying to get everything still dialed in, but couldn't be happier. It is just a fun place to grow some seedlings. Gives me a little extra room because, as some of you have seen, the greenhouse was getting quite full. So because it was so full, this allows me to play around a little bit more, and the seedlings do like it in here. But yeah, so have fans in here. I have some Mars Hydro lights. Honestly, I think they're a little bit overkill. I think they're all less than 40% on how much power I have put to them, but it's still kind of cool. What I actually like better are these, what are they, Viper Spectra? Yeah, so these are amazing. They are also, though, at a relatively low percentage, under 50%, and still getting plenty of color on those. But man, with what LEDs have done these days, it's incredible. And then the misting system in here is pretty fun, because then when you're in here, it turns off the fans, turns on the misting system for 3 minutes, and really gives a nice mist pretty much all around through the greenhouse. But yeah, so that's a first overview of the Highland grow tent or grow chamber, and it's pretty awesome. I still will kind of keep expanding. I have plenty of room here kind of in the center area, so at least 1 or 2 more racks as I need it. And the underneath each rack, I have kind of a replacement T5. These are 30 watts per, and they are Grow Pro LED lights, and so far they seem perfect for seedlings. I don't think they'd maybe throw out quite enough light for a Sarracenia or flytrap, but for Nepenthes seedlings they do great. But yeah, so that's the first overview of the chamber. Hopefully I can keep it looking nice and clean, organized for the next couple years, and we'll have some pretty cool stuff coming out of here relatively soon. It will all be listed on jeremiahsplants.com, and we will see you soon. Ciao, ciao.